Hello. Today's lesson is about time. Um, we have two systems to express time. One is AM and PM time system. The other one is 24-hour time system. In 24-hour time system, you will see 4 digits. The first 2 digits are hour, and the second one are your minutes. AM means before noon and PM means afternoon. In 24-hour time, any number larger than 1200 means PM. So if they give you anything greater than 1200, it means PM. Anything less than 1200, it is AM. To convert from 24-hour system, if it is less than 1200, give hour and minute with AM. If larger than 1200, subtract 12 from the hour and keep the minute. And give your answer as PM. As an example, if you have been given 1320, because this is more than 1200, we know that it is PM. So take the hour part, which is 13, and take away 1 from that. That becomes, take away 12 from that. So 13 take away 12 gives you 1. So it is 1, and keep the minute. So you're going to have 1 and for hour and 20 for minutes, and it is PM. So subtract 12 from the first 2 digits to get to hour and leave the minute. And give your answer as PM. For converting different units of time, we use this table. So to go from year to week times by 52, from week to day times by 7, from day to hour times by 24, and from hour to minute times by 60. And if you're going backwards, divide by the same value. Divide by the same value. So from minute to hour, divide by 60, hour to day, we have 24, so divide by 24 and the rest. And to go from minute to second, times by 60, and if you're going from second to minute, divide by 60. From year to month, times by 12, and backwards, divide by 12. As an example, how many minutes is a week? Okay, we are going from week to minute. First, you need to go to hour, to day, then to hour, then to minute. To go to the week, from week to the day, times by 7. So we got 7. Then go from day to hour, times by 24. Times by 24. And to go from hour to minute, times by 60. You times all these 3 numbers together, you end up with 10,080 minutes. So 1 week is 10,080 minutes. Another example, how many years is 66 months? So we are going from months to year. You're going that way, divide by 12. 66 divided by 12 is 5.5. So 66 months is 5.5 years. The next thing we are talking about is Australian time zones. Australian Eastern Standard Time applies to Sydney, Melbourne and Canberra. They use Australian Eastern Standard Time. And it is 10 hours ahead of UCT. UCT is Universal Coordinated Time, which the time of the whole world is calculated based on that. So Sydney is 10 hours ahead of that. Sometimes also they call it Greenwich Mean Time. So we are 10 hours ahead of Greenwich in Sydney. But Australian Central Standard Time, which is used in Adelaide and Darwin, and it is 9.5 hours ahead of Greenwich. So that means they are half an hour behind Sydney. Always half an hour behind Sydney. And Australian Western Standard Time, which applies to Perth, is 8 hours ahead of Greenwich, or 8 UST. And that means they are 2 hours behind Sydney, because Sydney is 10, or Australian Eastern Standard Time is 10, but Western Standard Time is 8, so 2 hours behind Sydney. So as an example, if it is 4 p.m. in Perth, what time is it in Sydney and in Adelaide? Alright, so it is 4 p.m. and we know that Perth is 2 hours behind, or Sydney is 2 hours ahead. We know it's 4 p.m. in Perth, so add 2 hours to that to get to Sydney. So 4 plus 2 is 6 p.m. So when it is 4 p.m. in Perth, it is 6 p.m. in Sydney. And in Adelaide, Adelaide is half an hour behind Sydney. So 6 taken a half is 5 and a half. Or 5:30 p.m. in Adelaide. And one more thing about where we use this different units system of time, whether it is AM, PM or 24-hour system. In military they use 24-hour system. In transport also they use that system, 24-hour system. Thank you for your attention.